think they gave me $1,500.
Are you on this big plane all by yourself?
No.
Who is on it with you?
I have my road manager here. My opening Rich is here. My opening act, John Mendoza, because I'm doing dates while I'm in the area.
Right.
And then I have my publicist.
Can you charge them to recoup some of the money?
I do try to charge them for tickets, and if they want a pillow, that's extra money. If they want headsets.
So you are like
I try to, I'm very
and what kind of
entrepreneurial.
Recreate the airline.
Yeah.
And what type of plane is this? I'm curious.
What did I come in last night?
Yeah,
It's always a different plane. It was a Challenger.
Challenger. Now, aren't you paranoid? They say the safest private jet in the air is the Gulfstream.
I sometimes on the Gulfstream, and the Challenger. Right. But the Challenger, you're right. The Gulfstream is $50,000, and to get something a little less safe, it's only $30,000.
Now you're a guy who's worried
save money.
You're worried about germs. You're worried about all this stuff.
Yes, I don't care about flight safety.
Flight safety, you don't
No,
care.
as long as it's clean, I don't care if it has weight.
You haven't developed a phobia about flying?
Not really.
No. That you're all right with.
I'm okay with it. You're acting like that's amazing.
It is amazing because selectively you've chosen something not to be neurotic about and not to worry about. I mean, it's
You're
weird.
sitting here on live radio. You have no fear of that. You have no fear of flying. You're going to California. You don't care about it.
I have plenty of fears of flying.
Like you won't touch your hair if it's wet because that might fall out.
That's right, because I touched the dog. So I have to wash
That
my
makes
hands and then I
sense to
touch
you.
my hair.
I get it.
Right.
So you
know
don't
your
get why you
rituals.
can selectively choose what we choose to be neurotic about.
What is your wacky ritual with your hands? You won't even, at this point, you won't shake hands with anybody.
No, you guys had me sign things, but I won't sign with your pens.
Is that true?
You bring your own pens?
My guy has the
What would
pen.
happen if you, in your mind, what would happen to you if you used our pen?
Your hair would fall out.
No,
No, I would I would get germs.
You would get germs, and then
Yes.
you would die.
Possibly, it could lead to die, but it's
die.
about the germs, but sick, maybe just sick.
Right.
Not die. I don't want to get sick. The thought of me getting sick, somebody else's bacteria in the fact that my mucus and my phlegm came from somebody else's bacteria is what bothers me.
When you walk into a public restroom and you can smell somebody just taking a dump, do you think about that there are particles in the air from somebody's feces that is going into your nose?
Oh, absolutely.
And do you run out of there?
Absolutely. You know what scares me? The flushing. Because, the flushing, that kind of sends, that sprays. I mean, even if I'm across the...
You know why I hate...
That sound is like a horror.
You know why I hate speaking to you? Because I have this in me, and then all of a sudden it triggers everything up in me.
But they say,
I wasn't worried about flushing. Now I am.
But really, they tell you that if you flush your toilet, your toothbrush shouldn't be in the same room, and you should put the seat down. You put the seat down before you flush your toilet?
Let me tell you what I do. Do I put the seat down before I flush the toilet? Yeah, I do.
You do, all the time?
All the time. You've never flushed the toilet with the toothpick. If I ever forget to put the seat down, then I buy a new toothbrush.
Wow. No kidding.
I heard that the toothbrush had to be a certain distance away, not out of the room.
My toilet just got fucked up and badly.
Do you have one of those toilets? The Toto that washes your asshole out?
I do.
I just ordered one.
Oh, it's phenomenal.
Jimmy Kimmel has been after me to do it, and then Rick Rubin told me about it.
Jimmy Kimmel wanted you to wash your asshole
He
out.
told me I could use his toilet, but I would be very weird.
No, you don't use
no,
the
I'm
toilet.
not
You know what?
using it.
I bought one of those. I got a bunch of those.
Yeah.
And because it's a no-touch system. Right. The first time I saw it was here in New York.
You don't wipe your ass at all with this?
I don't wipe my ass. I don't touch the seat. You walk into the room.
Yes.
And there's a motion sensor.
You sit down.
And the seat goes up.
Wow.
And the seat is heated. Right. You should get the top of the line, right?
I hope so.
I have it.
Yeah.
Well, you don't know what you're getting?
I left it in someone else's hands. Go ahead, yeah.
Okay. So the seat goes up, and you sit down, and it's like warmth.
Right,
it's already heated.
Right.
And then there's some air jets that go on that blow air down.
And then you take a dump.
Okay, yes.
And the air jets blow the smell down.
Down.
Oh.
Yes.
Now, as soon as you dump, does it sense that you've taken a dump and it flushes it down?
Yeah, how does it know when you're done?
That you can touch a button on the wall. You have a control panel.
Right.
And that's what I do. As soon as it hits the water, I don't want it in the room.
You don't want that smell.
I don't want it in the room.
Right. It's called a courtesy flush.
I do that all the time.
Right. Me
Even
too.
if I'm alone.
Me too.
My own courtesy.
Absolutely.
So I will flush the shit away. Okay,
Right.
now, the first time I did it, the first time was in New York. I didn't know what it was, and it said, I think I told you this before, there's two buttons, and one says rear cleanse, and one says front cleanse.
Right.
I didn't, like an idiot, I had no idea what front cleanse would mean.
Right.
Okay?
What does that mean?
Okay, so I hit front cleanse.
Yes.
And accidentally, and it's like like the speed bags at the gym when you're going like that. This pulsating water, I think it's for
Right in
women,
your balls.
was hitting my ball. I screamed
So it's
like
meant
a
for a
girl.
woman's vagina.
It was meant,
All right.
yes.
So
And
you
then
washed
I'm
your own
screaming.
vagina.
I go, and I so much. I lost. I didn't know how to. I couldn't find the button anymore. I'm yelling. My wife runs in. She goes, "What's wrong?" I go, "Turn it off." She goes, "What's going on?" And my nuts were just. But you know what? It actually. I now use the front wash all the time. I like that.
The back
feeling.
wash after
Yeah.
you make a duty.
Yeah.
If I don't understand how you don't wipe it all. In other words,
No.
I like to.
Here's what I do.
I like to poke.
Here's what I do.
With a tissue and make sure all the brown
I
is
thought
out.
you used the wet,
Well, a wet
nap.
wipe, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's what I do. Here's what I do. I will, first of all, I turn on the rear wash.
Yeah.
And then there's a pressure gauge. I turn the pressure up. It's
All
like
the
a
way
power
up.
wash.
Right.
Like a power wash.
Things are flying.
Like sandblasting.
Right.
Oh, like you can't be cleaner than me.
And the blast-
I sometimes choke on the water. That's how hard it goes up my ass.
And the blast forces the downward so that the,
Up into my ass. What are you talking about?
and then all the duty comes flying out.
Okay, yeah. So you know, what if there was? Have you ever cleaned like a patio,
Power wash.
like a power wash?
Power wash.
So now that's clean.
Yeah.
Now I sit there. This is my wife hates because I linger. And then you hit the dryer. There's a dryer.
Now, how long does it take for your asshole to dry out?
Air dry.
How long does it take for it to blow dry so that you feel comfortable getting up because your ass is wet?
Well, I don't know. It doesn't. So what I do is I get it. Like I don't want it when it's soaked. I put on the dryer.
Right.
When it's damp, I'm ready for the next.
Oh, really?
Then I'll take paper just to check.
Oh, wow.
See what I
That's
do?
what I'm going to do.
But that's what you got to do. But here's what you got to watch
Wow.
out. So here's what this is what you want to hear what happened last
Can we
week.
put a camera in your toilet so we can
Well,
see this?
I hid last week, so I'm on the toilet.
Yeah.
And I was taking a crap.
Yeah.
And I wanted to read.
Yeah.
So I take my iPad. I have my iPad.
the greatest.
It is.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm sitting there, and I've got my iPad, and I've got a whole. You have no idea. I got this Toto, and I got the controls, and I got a phone here, and I got a TV, and I got a refrigerator.
Oh, my
I got
goodness.
a whole.
You can
Technology
move in.
is
Oh, it's amazing. It's like a studio
This man owns
apartment.
7 gas stations. Why not?
Okay, so it's just great, and I'm in my glory.
Right.
But like an idiot, so I'm reading something, and I kind of lean forward fast as I'm reading, and it was right in the middle, and my glasses come off.
Oh, no.
They hit the iPad, and they go between my legs, and they fall into the toilet.
Oh, no.
And I look down between my legs. I hadn't done the courtesy flush yet.
Right.
Okay.
Oh.
Right. So my glasses are there, and it's and they're lying on
By the duty.
on the duty.
Oh.
Okay, but I figure, I don't know what to do. I'm not going to keep these glasses.
And
I'm
you
gonna
have
throw out the
OCD
glasses.
and germ-
I've got OCD.
Right.
So I'm sitting there
But
and
you
I can't
can't
breathe.
flush them.
So here's what happens. So I phone my wife. I say, you got to help me. I phone her. I have a phone right beside the
Yes.
thing. She's
You're
downstairs in the
insane.
kitchen. I go,
Yeah.
Terry, you got to help me. You got to help me. She goes, what's wrong? I go, I don't want to tell you what's wrong. Bring me a plastic bag. Bring me a
Oh,
plastic
my
bag.
God.
So I figure if she brings me one of those plastic bags, I'm gonna wrap it around my hand.
Yes.
And reach in.
And get the glasses, go outside, take the plastic bag off, and throw everything, the glasses and everything out.
You are
That's what I'm
so
going to do.
cursed.
Wait. This is what happens. So I'm sitting there and I'm hyperventilating. A couple minutes goes by. Terry finds the bag, right? And then she comes upstairs and she knocks on the door. I go, yeah. She goes, I got the bag. I get up. There's an automatic fucking flush.
So the glasses went
The
down?
glasses and the shit went down. The courtesy was the toilet took its own
So
courtesy.
You're saying this toilet can be dangerous because of the automatic flush?
As soon as you stand up, it flushes.
Wow.
Right. So the glasses are gone. I scream. She goes, "What happened?" I go, "The glasses are gone, but they're gone. They're gone. Don't worry about it." She goes, "I'm worried about it. You're going to ruin the plumbing in the whole house."
What do
So
you-
she calls a plumber.
Yeah.
She calls a plumber, and I said, "It doesn't matter." He goes, "You have to go find the glasses because it'll ruin the plumbing in the house."
Yeah.
So they come to the house. I don't want them to know it's my toilet. I don't want them to know it's my house. And they ripped the toilet off, and they've been roto-rooting, looking for my glasses for a week now, and I don't have that toilet anymore.
Howie, what do you do if the kids shake your hand or like touch your hands?
My kids?
Your kids.
My kids are okay.
But you probably go wash your hands anyway.
I do,
Yeah,
but my kids are okay.
Yeah,
Wouldn't
right.
forget. I know
You're
what
willing
they've
to
been-
do that.
My kids are all out of the house. Empty nesters.
Yeah, but still, nevertheless. Yes.
I'm fascinated by this, so I got to ask you a question.
Go
So
ahead.
you realize that 99.9% of the world flush the toilet without putting the lid down, and nothing happens to them, right?
I've
you
seen
talking
this
about the
report on
toothbrush?
the news during the sweeps. They always have this thing that it's on the toothbrush.
But you realize
It's
You're
not a
saying nothing
rational
happens
thing.
to them. You're saying nothing happens to them. Do we not have flu season? Do people not say I got a little bug? How do you know they didn't get this little bug because they
Gary,
flushed the
How do
toilet?
you know
The
they
man
did?
is ill.
No, I know.
I mean, leave him alone.
But I wonder if he. No, but I wonder. when
It's not rational.
Right. It
I
is
suffer
rational.
from this. I have gotten rid of all of my rituals pretty much now, except for 1 or 2.
I read the
So I'm pretty
article.
free.
You're out of your fucking mind.
I'm out of my mind, but
You
not
won't
with the
touch your
ritual.
hair with the dog.
No, that's
And-
one of them.
And one of your rituals is you're in denial.
No.
Yes.
But I'm not
Last time
doing.
I was-
I'm not sitting and doing the things you're doing.
If your dog comes over, you won't touch it, and your
I
with your
touch
hair's
my
wet.
dog all the time. Only if my hair is wet, I go
Only.
and wash my hands, and I'll
Do you
still
know how
put my
nuts
dog.
that sounds to somebody?
Yes, but I don't have the 5 million rituals. I have conquered them.
What kind of ritual? I was sitting comfortably taking a dump. I
can't-
lost my glasses.
You have tremendous rituals. Now get back to your. I want to get back to your career. I'm still trying to understand this period of time, and you keep deviating.
I don't. You do.
Oh, I do. So listen to me.
Yeah.
Here you are at that point in your career 5 years ago,
Right.
before Deal or No Deal.
Right.
You're going out and doing stand-up gigs.
Right.
It's not satisfying to you because it's not like the great days when you were doing this,
Right.
and you were going to quit.
Right.
Deal or No Deal hits. The first day you go in to do Deal or No Deal, do you even know what you're doing? Did you have a philosophy?
Yeah.
Did they-
I'll tell you what I did.
Okay.
So I took the job, and every day I'm cursing myself, and I'm going, this is going to be embarrassing. This is going to be horrible.
Right.
And I figure, you know what? I'll play it like Groucho Marx. I'll try to be funny, and I'll try to play off people. I do that in my act. I'll improvise, and I have all these ideas, and I'll never forget it. It's like clear as day. I had all these ideas, and then I don't know if you remember the first episode. I start in the vault, and it was very dramatic. And I go, there's 26 cases. Each of these cases holding an amount of money. One's got $1 million. And as I'm walking and talking, and then I go out, and somebody could end up changing their life forever just by asking one question: deal or no deal? And the lights come up, and the crowd roars, and I'm there, and I'm in the middle of this weird world. And then I call on the first contestant, and I'll never forget her, Karen Van.
Right.
Karen Van was the first contestant, and she comes up, and I say, "Tell me a little bit about yourself." And I've got all these great jokes, and and she tells me, I have 3 children, and the children are sitting right there. I see the little kids sitting right there, and I have a husband, and we've never owned a home, and we're paying rent, and we're in debt, and we have no insurance. And I'm going, I don't want this fucking responsibility.
Right. You don't want her to lose.
Well, no, I don't. I want her to win. I don't want her to.
Yeah.
Right. So I don't want that. I feel like if I distract her, if I try to be funny, if she chooses the wrong case, I'm going to fuck this woman's life forever.
Yeah.
I don't want
Stop with the jokes.
And
Let's
that's
get down to business.
So I had no jokes,
Right.
So right away I just looked into her eyes because it just became about me and her.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why even, people started making fun of my cadence, and they made fun of me on SNL because I would go, okay, the offer is $35,000.
Yeah, that could help you.
Yes, because
Shithead.
and I wonder if you've had people here on the radio who are just in a daze. They're glazed over.
Right.
These people are in a TV studio. There's 20 cameras around. There's
You're
all
trying
these
to
people.
talk sense to them.
Right, and I'm going $35,000, and
You have no money.
Right.
Remember that.
Right.
The chances are you're not going to win.
And they always got mad at me because I would go, do you want to take the deal, or do you want it, which is a guarantee, or do you want to take a chance, a
dumb chance.
at $1 million?
And so
they
you
would
had-
go, no deal, adamantly, and I go, what the fuck are you doing? The fuck
You're
are you
ruining
doing?
the show.
These kids haven't eaten,
Right.
and that was the thing, and that's because people kind of tuned in to the fact that I wasn't doing too many jokes because I got so neurotic that these poor
You
people
could have blown it if you became a Richard Dawson type who sat there and you're kissing the guests and you're carrying on and all that. The thing I liked how you handled it is that you went in and you became a game show host. If I'm watching a game, I don't need jokes. I want the game.
Well, yeah, but that just came out of my neurosis, which actually worked for me because
did
I wanted
work for
people.
you.
And Karen Van, I think, ended up winning like $5,000 and showed up 8 games later. You know what she did with her money?
What'd she do?
Bought tits.
No
That's all she
kidding.
did, yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
So the kids, I don't think she still has a house. I think she left her husband.
She's a
and I think
homeless
she
woman with great tits.
tits.
No, she probably met a great guy with the nice big tits, and now her kids are rolling in dough. Who knows? Maybe
Who
it was a
knows?
good investment.
When I first saw her, she was separated from her husband. She had great tits and no money.
What a great book for you to do. A follow-up on what people did with the money when they
Yeah.
won.
Really?
Yeah, I find that fascinating that she went out and bought tits. Maybe not each story isn't as good as that. But
I would imagine lottery winners. A lot of them you hear they
Very
lose.
similar.
They
Yes,
lose
some
their.
of them have terrible luck.
Did you hear about the
afterwards.
guy the big the $300 million, the 7 people
Yes,
won?
yes.
Did you hear that there was an 8th guy who stayed out that week?
That has been plaguing me. That has
Oh, have
been,
you talked about that already?
This guy,
No, we haven't talked about it. I was going to
this
bring
guy-
it up
Oh, I'm
today.
sorry, I might be-
Yeah,
No, that's fine. This
fine.
guy was actually in the betting pool, in the lottery
every week.
pool
Yeah.
every week. And this week he said, "You know what, you shitheads, I'm not going to be in this
I don't
week.
have a couple of dollars.
I don't have
on
a
me.
dollar."
Yeah.
And then they all won. I mean, oh my God.
So what do you do? Do they cut him in?
His share
No.
would have been worth $16 million. $16
But it's-
million.
So as do you